Motor Week is made possible by Rock Auto and Tire Rack.
And up to now, General Motors' most exclusive passenger car. Still, even with GM's size, there are a few other exclusive market niches it hasn't explored yet. But this model year, there'll be one less. That's because '87 is the year of the Cadillac Alante. It's Detroit's first serious attack on the ultra-luxury sports car segment. Up to now, that's been firmly dominated by Mercedes-Benz and its latest 560 SL. First-year production will probably be limited to 6,000 cars, with an estimated price of near $50,000 each. To Cadillac's credit, they've enlisted some of the world's top suppliers for the Alante, beginning with Ferrari's favorite coach builder, Pininfarina. Both the conservative and hopefully timeless styling and build-up of the bodies is performed by the Italian masters near Turin. Painted and completed with interiors, Alante bodies are then air-shipped by 747 to the States as part of the world's longest assembly line. Once stateside, drivetrain installation and final testing are done in a special section of Cadillac's Hamtramck plant in Detroit, which is now outfitted with its own Alante test track. Like the Mercedes SL, the Alante is a two-seater only, with both a hard and fully concealed soft top included. Interior appointments are extremely luxurious. You get 10-way memory power seats, the work of Recaro, and a top-flight cassette stereo by Delco Bose. Instrumentation is digital, naturally, but with shapes that mimic analog dials. The Alante is so complete that the only option is a cellular phone. But good Alante first impressions are much more than just skin deep. Based on the EK Eldorado Seville front drive platform, the suspension is fully independent. Brakes are all-power disc and are the first to use the third-generation Bosch anti-lock system. Exclusive road contact is made with Goodyear's new Eagle VL tires. They claim both a smooth ride and the ability to withstand sustained speeds above 130. Even the traditional front-drive Cadillac power has a new twist in the Alante. The sculptured runners signify the 4.1-liter V8's first use of multi-point fuel injection. Output is rated at 170 horses and 230 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 times are just over 10 seconds. This year, all Alantes will come with a 4-speed computer-controlled automatic, but enthusiasts should note that a 5-speed manual is understudy. The Alante seems a very well-thought-out design, forged by many of the world's best automotive minds. But most of all, it's the first step towards an exciting new direction for Cadillac. Well, since the Cadillac Alante will be only for a few, what has General Motors got for the Mini? Well, for that, we turn our attention to Pontiac and their very special way of interpreting the family sedan. Getting back into the full-size car business hasn't been fun for Pontiac, but that may change with the introduction of the 1987 front-drive Bonneville. The Bonneville is still a badge-engineered GM70 or H car, but it carries styling and enhancements that place it apart from its sister Buick LeSabre and Oldsmobile 88. The rounded front fascia is more European in form. It looks a little like a broad Saab 9000. The rear deck also gets a softer approach than other H versions. The family resemblance does continue with a tall 4-door only roofline. No 2-door this year at least, since GM feels Pontiac buyers would rather have the extra doors. You see, despite Pontiac's youth image, they still have a lot of young, thinking, older buyers, and that's where the Bonneville takes aim. Though the insides are covered with rich, demure cloth fabrics, there's still more than a sprig of plastic wood on the dash. But beyond that is an attractive, clear, and very modern arrangement of frameless, backlit analog gauges. Bonneville and other H models will also be among the first GM cars to offer passive restraints. Now, Bonneville will appear in 3 trim levels: Base, LE, and this SE. The LE takes a slant towards luxury, while the SE goes more for sport. To the Bonneville's all-independent suspension, the SE adds a Y99 handling package. That means 15-inch 65 series Goodyear GT tires. Yet it retains a smoother ride and handling combination than Pontiac's smaller sedans that have similar rally suspensions. Like all H cars, the sole power plant is Buick's 3.8-liter V6, but the SE's twin-outlet exhaust is tuned for a throaty sound. Good thing, since a 4-speed automatic still does all the shifting. Visually, the SE substitutes gray and black trim for most chrome. It has added fog lamps, and two-tone paint is an option. They top off the sedan's already intriguing Pontiac-style appearance. And that's the key to the new full-size Bonneville. It's a civilized family car that's not just another sedan clone. It gets more than a pinch of Pontiac excitement. Now, even if the Bonneville and Alante both do well, they'll still account for less than 3% of the cars that GM expects to sell this year, not to mention their trucks. So as usual, there's much more going on with the General. Beginning with their ever-shrinking array of traditional rear-drive family cars. The most popular, still the Chevrolet Caprice. Likely to be around for some years to come, Chevy is pushing the Caprice slightly upmarket in 1987 with a new Caprice Classic Brougham. The ranks of GM's rear-drive midsize G-Class are thinning this year and will be virtually gone by 1988. Highlights include the NASCAR-inspired bubble-back Chevrolet Monte Carlo Aeroback SS and Pontiac Grand Prix 2+2. Both have good old boy 4-barrel carbureted V8s. The flashy Oldsmobile Cutlass 442 also gets V8 power, and high-tech is the tune for the V6 turbo intercooled Buick Regal Grand National. It was last year's fastest production car on a cold day, and it'll be around one last time. GM's only other rear-drive sedan is the Chevette. It will also disappear next year, as will Pontiac's 1000. The 1000 will be replaced with the Korean-built Le Mans next spring. Chevette's entry-level position will be filled by existing Chevy Japanese imports. Chevy's smallest front driver, the Suzuki-made Sprint, gets added turbo power to its tiny 1-liter 3-cylinder injected power plant. Horsepower is up from 48 all the way to 70. Or try Chevy's Spectrum Turbo, made by Isuzu. A 40% boost in horsepower is in order for its multi-port fuel-injected 1.5-liter motor. It's finished in charcoal with orange accents. The much-talked-about Chevrolet Nova, made in California with Toyota, is GM's #1 car in terms of customer satisfaction. Wider tail lamps are the biggest change. The venerable J-bodies have a lot to do with GM's improving front-wheel drive market penetration. Leading the pack is the Chevrolet Cavalier. The sportiest Z24 gains 10 horsepower on its 2.8-liter V6 after an extensive friction and weight reduction program. The so-called Generation 2 motor is available with a new Getrag-designed, Muncie-built 5-speed manual. It has just the right combination of short throws and solid feel that GM front drivers have needed for so long. There are a lot of other Cavaliers, a 2-door coupe and convertible, 3-door hatchback, and 4-door sedan and wagon. All come standard with a 2-liter 4 that's also been given the Generation 2 fitness program. Pontiac will soar higher with its Sunbird J and another 2-liter motor, but this time with turbo to boost. Enlarged from 1.8 liters last year, it's also available with the new 5-speed. Output is up 15 to 165 horses for an estimated 0 to 60 time of 8.5 seconds. The Sunbird GT has a fine WS6 suspension package with 60 series Eagle GT tires. Buick also gets the same overhead cam turbo motor for its Skyhawk series. The top Skyhawk hatchback again uses fold-away headlamps, but even the Skyhawk Custom gets a taste of performance with an eyes-open rendition of the same front end. Oldsmobile retrims its Forenza only slightly next year. They'd rather use the V6 with the 5-speed on their top GT model. However, all Forenza models except the wagon get the firmer FE3 suspension package. Pontiac has had the most success in the past in their 2- and 4-door sedan in-car stable. Come January, they'll enhance it further with a turbo option. Combined with either the 5-speed manual or 3-speed automatic, the special Grand Am SE will be an option above the standard 3-liter V6 automatic combo. The SE also gets a new gauge cluster with Pontiac's latest performance seating up front and split folding seatbacks in the rear. Composite headlights that first appeared on the Olds Calais GT last year make it to all their models in '87. And this Buick Skylark, like all in-cars, is scheduled to get GM passive restraint belts later in the model year. The Skylark's base 2.5-liter 4 gets shake-reducing balance shafts when ordered with a standard 5-speed manual. A new midsize front-drive GM25L body for Chevrolet will bow by spring. The four-door is called Corsica, the two-door Beretta. They fill a size niche left by the old X-Body Citation, but prices will be considerably higher. Current GM mid-level family models revolve mostly around the A-body, such as this Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra. Olds was the only division to get this smoother two-door roof line late last year. It's handsome and fits well with the new flush-lit front. A Brougham wagon will also debut. Buick will be lying down on its T-types this year. They prefer touring packages that allow buyers to pick and choose among former T-type equipment. With all of it in place, the Century is still one of our favorite family sedans. We found the GetRag 5-speed well suited to the Chevrolet Celebrity Eurosport. It lends itself well to this year's Continental exterior styling. And then there's the Pontiac 6000 STE. Not only does the new 5-speed fit it best, but likewise the finally available 4-speed overdrive automatic. Otherwise, this wonderful street machine stays pretty much untouched, including the anti-lock brakes that never really made it to full production as promised in '86. But bigger cars have always been GM's bread and butter, and there are two large front-drive series available, beginning with the H-Class. Besides Pontiac's new Bonneville, there's the Oldsmobile 88 Royale and the Buick LeSabre, both back with flush headlights and added convenience features. But Buick is getting sinister with this blacked-out LeSabre T-Type coupe. Distinctive inside, too, it even includes the most usable analog gauge cluster from Buick in years. Low-restriction exhaust adds audible spunk to the 3.8-liter V6. Differ suspension with stickier tires takes care of the rest. Add on anti-lock brakes and you've got a really nice piece of work. Top front drive series is still Electra at Buick and 98 Regency at Olds. Fresh faces here too, as Olds adds a special touring sedan option. Gray trim outside, real wood and leather inside, plus analog instruments. GM's personal prestige lineup focuses on both its Buick Riviera and Oldsmobile Toronado. Buick has been hard-pressed to fill orders for its Riviera T-Type. For '87, it gets a new paint scheme and revised graphic control center. Low travel switches replace last year's touch-sensitive membrane switches. Getting in on Buick's T-Type set, Oldsmobile is introducing a special Toronado Trofeo. With a revised grille, it features Olds' fine FE3 handling suspension and a standard leather interior. Both the Toronado and Riviera will be among the first GM cars to offer rear seat shoulder belts. GM's best-known F-body, the Chevrolet Camaro, rockets into 1987 with air conditioning now available on its new Corvette 5.7-liter V8 option. The carbureted 5-liter is gone. Two new models of Pontiac's Firebird will bow. 1987 marks the return of the Bargain Formula, also available with the biggest V8, and the very trendy Firebird GTA. This most impressively appointed Firebird features Pontiac's latest articulated bucket seats. Pontiac's other speedster, the Fiero, gets the long-awaited 5-speed with its V6 and a larger fuel tank. Since the top GT and SE both got revised styling over the last year, now the more modestly priced Coupe and Sport Coupe have their shapes smoothed and refined. Chevrolet's Corvette bumps the ante of high-performance hardware up with the first low tire pressure sensor on any production car. A small device in each wheel radios signals to a dash light monitor if the pressure falls below 25 pounds. Otherwise, both coupe and convertible stay mostly the same, except for a new mid-level Z52 suspension option. Chevrolet and GMC trucks and vans are an increasingly large part of the corporation's master plan. But the biggest news won't come till the new full-size pickups and utility models arrive next spring. The more compact Chevy S10 and GMC S15 pickups get minor changes. Their counterpart sport utility models get a striking Blazer High Country and Jimmy Timberline paint scheme. Chevrolet Astro and GMC Safari vans go to the small van head of the class with a 6,000-pound towing limit. A sports luxury-oriented touring package includes unique color-keyed wheels and interior trim. Meanwhile, GM's luxury division, Cadillac, will be trying to pump up interest in its array of Luxo boats. The front-drive DeVilles and Fleetwoods get flush lamps in the front, plus a small rear fender extension for a long and, dare we say, lower look. Anti-lock brakes continue as an option. A special stretched Fleetwood brings back the famous 60 Special name. With a 5-inch body extension, all going to rear seat room, the 60 Special will tell Cadillac if the market does exist for an even roomier front driver luxury car. With only 2,060 Specials available this year, we bet they'll go fast. The Eldorado gets an optional touring suspension in 1987 to complement its already impressive all-independent, all-disc brake chassis. The 4-door Seville concentrates on recalibration of its standard suspension. Like all Caddies, features like power door locks, windows, and 6-way seats come standard. The best news for the compact Cimarron will be composite headlights on all models. Serious drivers will applaud the availability of the new Getrag 5-speed. Chevrolet, Pontiac, Buick, Oldsmobile, Cadillac, and GMC trucks. Once again, the biggest variety of cars and trucks from the world's biggest maker of mobility. A lot to look into for 1987.